story begins. Natsume was chatting with Inomoto, where Inomoto mentioned that she had taken permission from her mother and would be staying at Himari's house that night. Hearing this, Natsume was quite shocked. Inomoto told him that her mother said Natsume was a good boy, and she didn't have much of a problem with it. Just to clarify, they were all planning to study together at someone's house during the night. Hearing all this, Natsume started feeling nervous. After that, he began chatting with Himari, and once Himari found out, she said if Inomoto came to her house, her brother would get really angry. Himari's older brother hated Inomoto's older sister a lot, something that had already been mentioned in the last video. Then Himari started teasing Natsume in class, and Natsume ended up yelling at her. The teacher got angry and scolded Natsume. In a way, Himari got Natsume in trouble again. In the next scene, Natsume was walking out of class when suddenly some girls approached him. They started talking about his accessories. By then, many students had found out that Natsume was the one making those accessories. The girls asked him to make some jewelry for them, but Natsume declined, saying he had to prepare for exams. He had failed in 1 or 2 papers, which is what he meant. Hearing this, the girls commented that they thought he was smart but didn't know he had failed in exams. Then Makishima showed up and started joking around. After that, Inomoto and Himari are shown talking. Inomoto asked what things she should bring for the study sessions since she would be staying over. Himari was surprised that Inomoto was still talking to her after everything that happened. Then, blushing, Himari said she was sorry but Inomoto couldn't come to her house that night. Next, we see Natsume talking to Makishima. Natsume explained everything and asked for help, but Makishima refused. He said he was actually looking forward to seeing what would happen when all 3 of them, the person Natsume likes the most and the one who likes him the most, end up in the same room. Makishima joked that it would be like a scene from a romantic anime with Natsume as the main character, which technically he is. Makishima added that he had overheard Natsume and Himari's conversation in the science lab. He told Natsume not to expect any help from him. Hearing all this, Natsume got even more anxious. As Natsume was walking and thinking about everything, Himari suddenly showed up. She said that while she couldn't invite Inomoto to her house, Natsume could invite Inomoto over instead. She was really excited about it. Natsume was surprised and then started thinking that 2 girls might come to his house. It could be fun. He wasn't sure whether to say yes or no. But Himari made a really cute face, and who could resist that? Even Natsume couldn't, and he found her incredibly cute in that moment. Then Himari left for a student council meeting and told Natsume that she'd be home late. This made Natsume nervous. He'd have to spend time alone with Inomoto. Natsume rushed home. Since it was a boy's room, he knew it was messy, so he quickly cleaned up. Just as he finished, the doorbell rang. When he opened the door, Inomoto was there, looking super cute, which shocked Natsume. He thought all these things to himself. Inomoto finally entered Natsume's room. They had a little chat, and then Inomoto asked where his flowers were. Natsume showed her, and it was obvious he took great care of them. Everything was very neat. Natsume, feeling shy, asked if she could help him study. Inomoto said yes because she was second in the class and had good grades. Natsume apologized, saying he didn't know she ranked second, and asked who was first in the class. Inomoto, slightly annoyed, replied that who else could it be besides Makishima? Hearing this, Natsume was surprised and thought, are both of them nerds? They started studying, but when a girl is tutoring a boy, how can he concentrate? Natsume's mind kept wandering. To distract himself, he said he'd go get coffee for her and quickly left the room. Meanwhile, Inomoto looked toward Natsume's bed. It wasn't clear why. Then the scene shifted back to Natsume, who was still nervous and thinking, Himari, please come home soon. I'm feeling really awkward being alone with Inomoto. As he walked back with the coffee, he noticed Inomoto lying on his bed, hugging his pillow and smelling it. She was literally at that level. When Inomoto saw Natsume, she quickly sat back down. Natsume was about to say something, but Inomoto interrupted him and said, you don't need to say anything. To be honest, your pillow smelled like cherries. And I really love the smell of cherries, it's so nice. And while saying all this, she was seriously blushing a lot, like, really a lot. Natsume, however, wasn't paying much attention to it. After that, he offered green tea to Inomoto, and she drank it. She liked it so much that she said the taste of the green tea reminded her of the pillow, meaning like cherries. Then again, she started smelling that same pillow. At this point, Natsume began to feel a bit embarrassed. Then Inomoto laid down on his bed and once again started expressing her feelings. She told him, "To be honest, Natsume, I really like you a lot." After hearing this, Natsume started recalling memories from the past and realized that he had actually spent a lot of time with Inomoto. Deep down, he did like her, but back then he didn't know about Himari's feelings. Inomoto had confessed her love to him at that time, and he didn't know what he should have done. Evening approached while they were studying. Natsume was still studying, while Inomoto had fallen asleep. Then he thought, I should probably wake her up now because Himari might arrive soon. Just as he was about to wake her up, Inomoto suddenly hugged him in her sleep and started saying his name while still dreaming. Natsume tried to free himself, but at that very moment his sister and Himari both walked in. His sister looked super angry. Natsume, on the verge of tears, said, "Sister, whatever you're thinking, it's not like that. Please listen to me at least once." But his sister said, "You have such a good friend like Himari, and even then, you're spending time with another girl?" Basically, no one was listening to Natsume's side of the story. In the next scene, Inomoto is shown feeling really shy. She explained everything, and Sukun finds out that Inomoto is actually Inomoto's younger sister. Himari then asks, "Do you know Inomoto?" And Sukun replies, "Yes, you could say she's our friend too." After that, Sukun talks a bit about their friendship. Then suddenly, she asks, "Do you really like my brother?" and says, "Honestly, your taste is just as bad as your older sister's." She also used to fall for all kinds of random, useless guys. Hearing this, Natsume gets pretty mad. His character was being insulted. Sukun then leaves. Himari asks, "Didn't you both feel embarrassed when Sukun was talking about you like that?" Natsume says, "Well, to be honest, Inomoto has already confessed to me 2 or 3 times. This completely shocks Himari. She thinks, when did all this happen? After that, Himari and Natsume start arguing. She yells at him, "What kind of guy are you? I know Inomoto was your first crush, but that doesn't mean you can't even give her a proper answer." Suddenly, Inomoto grabs Himari's face and lifts her head, asking, "Am I really your first crush?" Himari wasn't extremely shy but still responded. Natsume said, "If you look at it that way, yes, you were my first crush. But now, to be honest, my feelings have changed. I've realized a lot." After that, not much is said. They all just sit and talk together. Then Inomoto says, "Actually, I wasn't planning to talk to Himari, but to be honest, I was coming between you two. And now, I don't want to come between you at all. You two can stay good friends. Plus, Himari can also be your #1 model." Hearing this, both of them were shocked. Then Inomoto asks, "Can I also join your team?" They both say, "If you're okay with it, of course you can." And just like that, the 3 of them celebrate. Yay, a new team member has joined. Later, Hibari arrives to pick up Himari. While leaving, Himari tells him everything that happened today. Hibari says, "To be honest, you were wrong. You shouldn't have made friends with Inomoto's sister, and you shouldn't have gotten involved in all this." Now, Himari starts to regret it a little and thinks, "Yeah, that's true." Then Himari asks, "Didn't you used to hang out with Inomoto before?" Hibari replies, "Sukun must have told you all this." Himari nods. Hibari says, "It's okay. If Natsume is happy, then I'm fine with it too." Himari asks, "Why do you always take his side?" Then Himari says, "What should I do about my feelings?" Hibari answers, "To be honest, you should never lie, always tell Natsume the truth. And don't try to hide your feelings either." He adds, "Let me give you some tips so you can be even better." Hearing this, Himari gets super happy. But of course, Himari being Himari, she ends up saying something annoying, which makes Hibari extremely mad, and he starts scolding and hitting her again. Finally, we see Natsume, who has successfully cleared his exams. Even his teachers were praising him a lot. And with that, this episode ends. So let us know in the comments how you liked today's episode. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like it and subscribe to the channel. More videos are coming soon, so stay tuned. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.